Greetings and salutations, I'm the Raven. Welcome back to the Barristers Smols. I haven't bothered to look up the session number. But it's a number. But,
it's big.
It's big. It's big, it's not the fun number, and the fun number is not going to be Raven After Dark. Deal with it, folks.
Pain, suffering.
Barristers Smols, session 69, we deal with ominous fantasies.
Episode 69, we do taxes.
Episode 69, he does taxes, but there's people with whips everywhere.
Work!
So he reached that.
Not the kind that he was expecting.
He was expecting the fun sort. He reached in the deeper purple.
Yeah.
Leather, whips. Get to work.
The whole 9 yards.
Yes. Now, getting back on track, I'm with the Raven again, for better or worse. Joining us is Shavot.
Who is she from Sleepwell? Once again, why am I in handcuffs?
Oblivious, who's being played by Yeozwah.
I expected to be in handcuffs, but for this time, I don't know why.
We have JKLantern.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
Oh my god, they managed to shut him up.
And finally, and definitely not least, StarprincessHLC.
You know, this moss isn't actually that bad.
Okay, return to the real DMing. Okay, real DMing. Turn. Hang on! Who took a bite out of it?
How?
I'm professionally took out a third of the board. I now need to remake that thing.
To be fair, he has been hungry all week.
Yes.
Okay, since you eaten most of the board, you know how to run the session.
Well, shit. Let's hope I have some vague idea of what I'm doing. I don't.
You say that's a needed thing.
Alrighty. So, at the end of the last exciting installment of the Bastard Smols, the Bastard Smols had found themselves arrested. Somehow it was Okasan's fault. In that time, you all have obviously been, taken to jail, and, your gear has been temporarily confiscated because you can't have your gear in jail.
Did they
However,
take my hat?
Your hat has been confiscated, as
Not
has
my
Okasan's
hat.
hat.
The hat is considered gear.
I'm feeling like a merciful DM. All of y'all roll me either let me pull up a character sheet just so I'm not forgetting what's 3rd edition, what's not 3rd edition.
This is the part that I call you old.
Let's see here. Okay, perfect. Roll me either persuasion or deception. Whichever one you are better at.
I have equal in both, so...
Okay.
25.
29.
Okay.
$22.
Let's see here. Sai got a 10, so he gets to keep nothing. Okasan can't talk right now, so he gets nothing, and he will like it.
Okasan should be rolling with disadvantage just for being Okasan if he could speak.
Technically, he gets advantage on deception checks just by virtue of being a Luma, but he can't talk. So,
Does he even understand what's happening to him right now?
probably not. So each of you get to keep one non-instrument, non-weapon magical item. I'm tempted to let you guys keep two just because you rolled really well, but let's start with one for now.
Does thieves' tools count?
That's not a magical item. And no, you wouldn't be allowed to keep those. They know what thieves' tools are. Preferably something you can BS as, like, oh, this is a wedding ring, or oh, this is my snack bag, or, something you can attempt to pass off as, like, a very sentimental item.
My Ruby of the War Mage, then. So I can still cast spells.
Oh, shit.
I'll allow it on the grounds of this will make this train wreck even funnier.
Yay! I mean, I would still be able to use my mage hand. I'd still be able to do, like, cantrips and stuff, but now I can use actual spells.
How did you BS the guards to allowing you to keep that?
First, I took it out of the hilt of my sword when they weren't looking.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I pass it off as, like, stressful. It's a rock. It's my lucky rock.
It's his pet rock.
You are allowed to keep your pet rock, okay?
It is my pet rock. I could have kept the deck of many things, but that would have made things exponentially worse.
Well, you don't want the Avatar of Death appearing in the middle of court.
Well,
Star, what have you got?
We already have judge and jury. Might as well get the executioner in here.
Yuki's gonna keep her bag of tricks, saying, like, it's just my snack bag. Ignore the fluffy things crawling around in it. It's fine. I'm a fox. I can eat that stuff, right?
Schiff Ross, I am hoping for one of two things.
I only have 2 magic items.
Chicken hat.
Really?
Chicken hat.
That are not instruments.
You got another one last session, I know.
Yep.
I mean, the staff, I don't really know what the staff does, so.
No, not that one. You can see it in RP session typing.
The bottom one.
Yes.
Except I don't think I actually grabbed that, did I?
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I didn't put it on.
No, you didn't put it on, but you didn't take it.
Yeah. So, Shiv, you see, we've never actually discussed the physical properties of the chicken hat. But it actually looks mostly like a stuffed animal.
He needs his emotional support chicken.
And that's what he's going to keep in, is because I can't sleep without it.
The Ring of Truthfulness on Omnius would be a terrible idea.
Yeah, especially since you can't get it off unless he cuts his finger off.
Never lies again.
Exactly.
Fun fact, the Ring of Truthfulness would have potentially been useful. But Chicken Hat is fine. The emotional support chicken works. Okay. You've all been carted to prison, and while there, you see that Omnius has also been arrested for being a bastard small.
And various other crimes.
What? You don't even know what crimes you guys have been arrested for yet, which is weird.
He's working under the assumption that he's being arrested for tax fraud.
Francine has been arrested. Let's see here. Tedlin would be arrested, but nobody can find him.
By all accounts, Ted has been arrested years ago for littering, annoying so many people, and God knows what else.
And for some strange reason, Okasan is held in solitary confinement. So you don't even know what's going on with him.
We've never
Francine
known
has-
what's going on with him.
Francine has been busy making friends with all of her neighborhood inmates.
And we all breathe a sigh of relief that Okasan is kept far, far away from Omnius.
Mm.
So you're in jail for about a week. And one of the guards comes up and tells you guys, it is time for you to meet your court-appointed attorney.
Oh boy!
Who is it?
He is clearly a competent and qualified attorney. He was appointed specifically by this high and august court. And in walks your lawyer.
Oh no.
In walks Until Snark, dressed in a somewhat smart suit that's clearly several generations passed down. He's hating every moment of it, and he's got a very dusty powdered wig on top, strapped to the top of his head.
Wow, Snark, I didn't know you took the bar exam.
I hate the lot of you.
So Snark walks into a bar. Does he say ow or does the bar?
Depends if he's wearing the armor or not.
I was expecting Snark to be like, I didn't know I'd passed the bar either.
The bar is a very low test at you, and don't pass it, you trip over it.
Mental note to self. Get Omnius to take the bar exam.
But yes,
I would ask who I annoyed to have fate drop me this low, but the list is long.
We don't see. We don't see the bottom of the list.
I mean, I'm assuming the dunk tank is still pretty long in the line right now, even though it's been a week.
Somewhere in another part of the Shattered Isles, there is a dunk tank. It has no occupant. The line reaches around the island 3 times.
You know, they could have at least let me be in dunk tank. At least then we'd be making money for charity.
Question. Purely for my own amusement.
Mm.
Is there a bucket in the room?
Well, we have to go to the bathroom somewhere.
Great. Hey, Shifrost, you want to be wet?
If you do it, you will never have an unplucked feather again.
I was fully prepared to mage hand that onto his head.
And I'm fully prepared to do prestidigitation to make sure every single feather you have smells like skunk for the rest of your life.
Omnius thinks and reconsiders.
Yes, you all are wanted in the courtroom. So the guard starts leading you all to the courtroom. And on the way, you bump into a very rotund man with a very long beard and a very tall furry hat, and he seems to recognize you and go, "Oh, I hope you criminals get what's coming to you, you dastardly criminals, you." Let's see here. Well,
Seems nice.
all of you roll me. Let's go with insight.
Okay. 14.
27.
That's a 14.
That's a 12.
Shifrost, something seems off about this man in the furry coat that's extremely rotund with beard and furry hat. There's also something weirdly familiar about him that you can't quite put your finger on.
I know him from somewhere I cannot place.
Also, his movements seem off, almost like his physics are not correct for a man that round.
Did anybody else notice he did not quite seem human?
He looked fuzzy to me.
No, that seemed like a perfectly normal human. With, you know, a nose and stuff.
That's good coming from someone with no nose.
Yeah, I have no idea what humans are supposed to look like.
Then I guess all humans look the same to you.
More or less.
They generally look either like me or him, but a bit taller. Kind of like Cyrano.
It's an ordinary human. What are you talking about? Meanwhile, while this is going on, you see the guard take a note.
As your attorney, Cyrano, I wish for you never to speak another word in my presence until this court is over.
Okay.
Making the game's life easier.
So you reach the courtroom, and you hear a voice say, "Bring in the accused!" And you are all let in there. But where is Okasan? You will. Anytime Okasan's not on screen, you should be asking, "Where is Okasan?"
He's back on the island.
So you are all brought in. A guard goes out. So this is going to be dating myself a little bit. How many of you are familiar with the show Road Rovers?
Ow.
This is the part where I call all of you old.
I never saw Road Rovers.
But are you aware of its existence?
Oh, I used to
No.
watch that all the time.
No, I don't even recognize the name.
No.
Okay.
Is that about the dogs that got the superhero treatment, and one of them is called Muzzle?
Yeah.
Funny you should say that specifically.
I was going to ask, is this where you bring him in? Silence of the Lamb fashions, and yes, you fucking are.
The guard wheels in Okasan on like a hand cart.
Now, hang on just 1 second. Hang on. So, let me get this straight. You have Okasan in a straitjacket with a hockey mask and a jumpsuit and all that good stuff being wheeled in on a cart, and your reference is not to go to Silence of the Lambs, where it all started, but no, to go to something I've never heard of called Road Rovers.
Yes!
Just checking.
That is precisely what I'm doing.
I have never heard of Road Rovers. I do know what Silence of the Lambs is.
And it's funny because my dad worked on Silence of the Lambs, and I have never seen that friggin' movie. I've only seen it parodied.
We've had
We had that.
I feel
We had
like your
that-
dad was like the main character of like the 60s and 70s.
It's-
60s, he was in high school.
The 70s and 80s then.
80s, he was in grad school, and then the Air Force, and then eventually the FBI. But yeah, he was a consultant for Silence of the Lambs. He was feeding Jodie Foster a lot of lines. Anyway,
So we just had our first objection.
we haven't even gotten to the trial yet.
Wasn't even objection. That was more. What the hell, man?
It's
Objection, Your Honor, that's conjecture.
Okasan is wheeled in on a handcart in a straitjacket with a muzzle. Possibly like a ball gag as well. I don't know.
Kinky.
Thank you.
But he is strapped in to where he can do no harm to anyone of any kind, and he's just going like.
oh god, he turned back into an egg.
Omnius leans over to Yuki. Do you think they'll let us keep the muzzle?
So, I don't know. It might be used for somebody else later.
Yeah, but he's so quiet. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
Snark turns to the rest of you and just remarks, I would say it was nice knowing you, but I'd be lying.
And you guys still haven't seen the prosecuting attorney yet, or the judge.
Or even know why we're here.
Mhm.
Oh fuck no, you haven't. That question you asked me.
You
I
know,
feel
it's
a
so
mixture-
nice to hear the normal DM go, oh god, that question you asked me is going to come back to bite me now, isn't it?
I feel a mixture of fear and excitement.
One of the guards says, "All rise for Judge Julius Hangman." And in walks. Obviously, you all rise. Okasan doesn't, for obvious reasons. In comes in a very bored and boring-looking man. Please be seated. Will the prosecutor please read off the chart? Where's the prosecutor? Where is the prosecution? At this point, the door is kicked open. Let's see here. Yuki and Shifroth. And also Okasan, but Okasan's not doing shit. So Yuki and Shifroth, please roll me an intelligence check.
Okie dokie. Do.
20.
Unnatural 20.
Huh. That chicken man looks very oh, God, it's him.
Oh God!
He
If
does
this is
not have
based,
instrument, does he?
He looks at you with venom in his eyes. He is holding a briefcase and a broken banjo.
No. Not the banjo.
Why did he have to keep that?
everything about this has clicked in my brain.
Banjo J. Chicken Man, here for the prosecution. I knew I should have come up with a name for him before this session.
I'm surprised you didn't use the one from Aviary Attorney.
I would have just called him Bojangles.
I did have to call him Gerald.
Gerald Banjo J. Chicken Man.
That name's just offensively long.
Esquire.
Esquire, yes.
The third. Esquire the third.
Well, I guess it's good he did something besides being a bard because he sucked at it.
He just looks at you with just sheer... If he had heat vision like Okasan, you would be on fire right now. Alas, he does not, because he traded his magical powers for the power of attorney.
You know, I regret not letting him play and keeping the crowd from tearing him apart.
Obvious has no idea who this is.
He marches with purpose up to the prosecution stand. I'm here, Your Honor. Would you please read the charges against the defense, against the accused? I would love to, Your Honor, for these reprobates are the worst things to happen to the many shattered isles. So he pulls out a comically long sheet of paper and begins listing off the charges. Now, the entirety of the list would take too long for this session, but it includes... Oh, go ahead.
Some I imagine most of them are Okasan and Chifos's fault.
It includes such things as racketeering, fraud, kidnapping, improper taxonomy,
Oh no.
tax evasion,
Oh no.
numerous counts of impersonating a government official.
Like,
The list reaches to them, and Yuki looks. Why is being cheeky on here?
Being cheeky, theft, chicken theft, industrial espionage.
I had nothing to do with that.
So you know.
And the very last charge listed, murder.
I mean,
are you going to accuse us of murdering your banjo? Because you can't really get away with that one.
technically, if it was a sentient banjo.
Oh,
It wasn't.
I think I forgot the most important charge. Having terrible taste in music.
That's a stupid charge anyways.
Hang on, I
Also-
have one question after list. Did you call us reprobates?
You are reprobates, and you deserve to be punished by the highest levels of authority that this court has.
Lady Kiki?
Omni perks up at being punished by Lady Kiki.
Lady Kiki is not above the law, and we will be investigating her connections to your criminal enterprise.
Also, out of character, just really quick, I'm just thinking back to that time we blew up a bar. Omnius definitely killed people.
I was gonna say we killed a lot of people during that.
Killed a lot of people. So that murder charge, unless there's a specific person.
But that bar, the one out in the desert, nobody cared about anybody there, so you're good.
Bar? What bar? There was never a bar there.
Basically.
Frog, we all agreed that bar patrons are not a people.
Well, not those bar patrons, anyway.
No.
No.
Oh, God.
All right, moving on.
It's at this point Snark yells out, "Objection! I had to get out of bed for this shit."
The judge would like to remind the defense that in this jurisdiction, the defense attorney suffers the same fate as the accused, which in the case of this long list of crimes is likely to be death.
I'm just going to say that this actually is a plot point in an Ace Attorney game later down the road, too.
Snark, roll me intelligence and or history if that's better.
Alright, let's see. History. Well, it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Either way, it's a 14.
Now it's been a long time since you got your fake law degree, apparently. But you're like 75% sure that that's not a thing in any of the aisles?
Probably certain exceptions.
I wish to object because I'm judging that a load of nonsense, and this particular aisle does not support the death sentence.
Overruled.
Mind you, being a hero is a death sentence.
So, will the prosecution call their first witness? I call to the stand Professor of Biology, Yuma Koheed.
Who?
Why is man named Coco Head up there?
A very depressed-looking gnome walks up to the stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I suppose.
Do we have a paladin in the court to cast zone of truth on the witness?
We do not.
Can I strangle Lantern?
You cannot.
Get in line. Then how we can be sure this witness is telling the truth?
He is sworn in front of the gods and justice.
Not good enough.
Omnisus raises a wing. I have an idea.
I would like to think I have a better idea, but I don't at the moment. So let's listen to the idiot.
All right. I'm going to cast Bonfire underneath the chair.
The judge bangs his gavel in a very bored-sounding way. The defense will refrain from lighting witnesses on fire.
But it's the hot seat, Your Honor.
Is at this point, Snark now slaps Omnimus.
Ow.
I have to stand with the court. We do not set people on fire. We do that in the field. But no one can see it.
We do not set people on fire yet.
Frankly, that was just so I could make the hot seat pun.
You get slapped again.
The prosecution Banjo J Chicken Man turns to the depressed-looking gnome. State your name for the court. Yuma Koheed. And you are a biologist? Yes. The Chicken Man pulls out a poster of something that looks slightly familiar to some of you. What is this amphibian, sir? Oh, you see, that is a very rare interdimensional amphibian known for exploding. It is known as a celestial salamander. So you're telling me that it is neither a heaven frog nor a space toad,
The correct term is chaos croaker.
nor is it a chaos croaker. No, sir, that's definitely a celestial salamander.
He looks nothing like salamander.
Everybody roll nature.
Nature, okay. That's
Oh,
one I don't think we've used yet.
Oh, thank God! I finally got a bad roll. My
18.
dice are scaring me.
Unnatural 20.
A 10.
2.
Okay. For Shifross, yeah, that sounds right. This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. For Yuki and Omnius, as this man is talking about the features of this celestial salamander, you get the feeling that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Lantern,
Yes?
can I cast Minor Illusion to change what it looks like on the page?
Gonna have you roll stealth with disadvantage to do that.
All right. It's a good thing I
Does he
have.
still have disadvantage from that curse?
Yes, he does. I would say sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of
Sleight-
hand with disadvantage.
All right, sleight of hand. Disadvantage. Rolling once. Rolling twice. Wow, neither of those rolls were good. They were a 9 and a 7, respectively.
It's
As you try to wiggle your fingers, one of the guards looks down and just smacks you upside the head.
How?
So, as you all can see, these miscreants have committed crimes against biology, and clearly should be punished to the full extent of the law. Defense's witness.
You know, I only heard about this argument secondhand, really. Are any of the people that were actually arguing it in this box right now?
Omni
course,
still
yeah.
has no idea what's happening.
Again, Yuki and Omnius have the feeling that the witness doesn't actually know what he's talking about.
Objection, Your Honor. That testimony was horseshit.
That's not a proper objection.
Objection, Your Honor. The testimony is invalid because this man is not telling the truth.
But he swore for justice.
And I swore to always wash my hands before I ate.
Snark just gives you the dirtiest of the looks.
The thing is, without anyone corroborating this, there's basically nothing. There's basically zero evidence to go off of here. We have one man's word.
Are you accusing this man of lying?
Yes, I am.
Are you accusing him of not being a biologist?
Yes, I am doing that too.
But I'm a biologist.
So, you up there, what is the name of small bump on back of head that if you hit it really hard, it knocks somebody out?
That would be the oblongital lobe.
No, it would not. This man is not a biologist.
Mm.
But I am a biologist.
You don't even know name of the bump on back of head.
Do you even have a degree?
I'm working on it.
How long have you actually been in school?
What day is today?
Saturday.
Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Objection, my lord. This is getting nowhere. Plus, I wish for the biologists to poke the salamander.
I've been in school for my biology degree for 5 days, sir.
Poke.
It's a drawing of a salamander, though, isn't it? It's just a picture.
Oh.
It's a picture of the space toads.
Yeah.
Which is very much not a salamander of any kind.
This man is not a biologist. How can he actually say with any authority what is going on?
See?
Liars. Can this biologist please point out where the salamander has a tail?
Well, you see, it's a residual tail that's it's hidden in the effluvial sac, which is right here. He proceeds to point to the space toad's nose.
Sir, I am not a biologist, but I know damn well know that is a nose. Sir, I doubt your biology skills. You are no biologist. You are no biologist going on here. You are not a biologist. I dub thee a liar, sir. How to get out of bed in the morning on a Saturday for this.
Also, with all due respect, we had really nothing to do with those. There was some crazy gnome that created them to deal with gnomes.
You misidentified them, and that is a crime in and of itself.
So what is it when you called yourself a musician?
Snark just turns to Sif. Are you trying to win by murdering the prosecution?
If I can cause heart attack and get this case thrown out, yes.
In fact, why don't... Go ahead.
You go. You go.
In fact, why doesn't the prosecutor show us his great musical talents?
This may be a good point to have a cliffhanger.
A recess?
A recess.
Yeah, Omnius just leans over to Shift Ross real quick. Do you think he'll have a heart attack if I set his loot thing on fire?
Yeah, we already grabbed it and threw it against Walt to smash it way long ago.
Still, setting it on fire is on the table.
Noted.
And that's where we bring things to a close for the first part. Come back next time to see how much worse this will get. This will get much worse.
Well,
yippee!
Later, folks.
Later.
Ryan.
See ya.
Take care.